right, guys, what is up? Today, we're going to be kind of dissecting the R1. Now, you can kind of tell right here, there's some damage right here, so I'm guessing it slid. So that's not very good. But, like, even look at this. This is, like, shredded down. Look at this, is loose. So we're going to be taking this stuff off. I want to check under here first. I want to see how the air filter is and everything. Radiator's cooked. Can't really see it because the sun is absolutely blinding everything. We're going to be taking it apart a little bit. We're going to kind of see if there's anything majorly wrong in case we got to replace it. So, I mean, it starts up and I don't really hear anything crazy. So we're going to get this thing dissected and we'll see what's up. So I took the air filter out and it actually looks really good. It's a K&N, so I can easily clean this thing because I have all the cleaner right here. Well, here's the oil. I actually don't know where the cleaner went itself, but I do have it somewhere. But that should be all right. Everything in here kind of looks normal. Nothing kind of out of the ordinary. So the one thing that I am going to be kind of worried about is this and this. I'm going to take these off. So we'll see how that looks. I'm not too sure, but hopefully it's going to be okay and it's just exterior damage. So I'll cut to that in just a second. All right, guys. So took the clutch cover off and we got a weird little guy right there. Does that not look like a rock? It looks like some type of debris, and you can see up in there that it completely ate away the inside of the clutch cover. And that's probably why it has a little leak right here. So, good thing we took it off. There actually is like no damage to the clutch. It just shocked me. There's absolutely like no damage, it doesn't look like, to the clutch itself. I don't know if that's really anything. It looks like this is all right. Even the chain in there looks good. So this guy was using red oil. So it's a special type of oil this guy's using, which is actually pretty sick. It looks like everything looks okay in there, so that's actually a big reliever. I'm curious to see how the starter's gonna look. I'm gonna take that off next. But I'm glad that the clutch looks okay. And you know, a little floppy little guy right here. I think that'll come out. No. That goes into this part right here, which we're gonna take this out because this is okay. This isn't broken or anything. We're gonna take everything out of here, and then we're gonna completely scrap this guy. So that's unfortunate, but I'm glad that looks like there's no actual damage to the clutch itself or anything. So big win for me, guys. So got it all off, and honestly, I did a little inspection, and it does look good. So I'm very thankful that there's no internal damage, so it seems to be all exterior, and this little part right here. I'm not too sure about these bearings that I think I have to get out somehow, but they are pressed in, so I'll see about that. But some of these screws were fucked. This is like completely cooked, so we have to buy all new parts for that, which I did plan on doing anyways, so not a big deal. This comes out, but okay. But we will clean this up someday once we have the parts, get it all nice, get some new frame sliders, and then she should be good. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming in the next clip. All right, guys, what is up? We have just finished the R1. Now, this was an R1 that I bought about 3 weeks ago. It was about, it was damaged, front end damage. Everything else seemed to be okay. So we completely got all new parts for this thing, and I think she's basically almost done. There's still a few adjustments I got to do, like some of the bolts up here. I got to make some new holes so I can really have it secured. I got to adjust the clutch cable a little bit because after I tinkered with it, I kind of fucked it up. And then with the chain, I got to lube it, take it off, retighten it, make sure, because I hear a kink in it. So I might just have to get a new chain, but that's totally okay. But yeah, this thing is pretty much done. I might have to reform these. I think these are backwards, the winglets. That's why they look kind of bunny earish. But it was better than no mirrors because the ones that I got were pretty bad. Also, that's brand new. We got the GTR exhaust. Woo! We got fresh coolant, fresh oil, fresh new clutch cover. I kind of kept the old one. It wasn't too bad. But it starts up and runs. So I'll put a before picture up right now. But this came a long way. It like cost me about $2,200 for the bike itself, clean title. But after doing $1,000 of repairs and some bolts and stuff, it's coming out at about $3,300, I'd say. So we're gonna try and flip it for at least 4K, maybe 4,500. Probably 4,500 would be, you know, a good deal. It does kind of have, it has like 20K miles, so I don't know about that. We'll probably just try and at least do 4K, at least 4,300 is what I'm trying to go for. Or maybe we'll just keep it. I don't know. It runs good, sounds good. But yeah, I mean, look at this thing, guys. There's still a couple things that I want to do. Like I want to wash it and make sure the pads are all good. Make sure everything's functional. But either from that, I mean, like, damn, this thing came a long way. First, this was broken. I can show you guys the old one. Hit my head. Here was the old triple tree. Completely snapped off. But well, let's save this sticker. It's kind of cool. But yeah, that's broken. So we had to buy a used one. I kind of repainted it poorly a little bit, but at least it has enough to keep my ignition in there. So this is how it was supposed to look. And now she's looking good. The fairings weren't my first option. I wanted to go with more of a race style fairings, but when I was on a budget, I kind of didn't have a choice. So, I mean, I think the matte looks good with a little bit of the glossy. We still got to put this front end piece on it, but we'll see how that comes out. But yeah, this is it. I mean, we could do a little startup. Now, I had to reuse the old clutch cover gasket because the one I bought was too small. Now this bike does have a power commander, so the idle's gonna sound a little different, but it sounds all right. Off the coolant a little more because it sucks some up, but we're good in the reservoir and we're filled to the brim on the radiator. So I'm supposed to let it run for like 10 minutes, but you know, I didn't do that. I let it run for about like 3 or 5, but I think it sounds pretty freaking rad. Let it warm up a little bit. Now it sounds like it has a chop because of the power commander setting. I'm probably gonna have to tweak that or just remove the power commander completely because I'm not a big fan of the power commanders, but people put them on. It's whatever. What are you gonna do? Just take it off. But I don't know. It's not too bad. Our headlights work, just the normal halogens. But it was a good budget. At least our temperature works all right. 147. It's actually pretty snappy, I'm not gonna lie. That was really snappy. Not leaking down here, seems like we're good. I'm gonna spray it with some brake clean a little bit just to make sure, because I did put this on myself. Put it up to about 8.4 pounds of torque, so that should be good. Didn't even touch this. I mean, I touched it a couple days ago, but that should be fine. That's not leaking, but we should be good. So I think it sounds good, snappy, it's responsive. That's the only thing we got to do is really adjust that clutch cable because I don't know what happened to it. I took it off. Once you take that off, there's a little pin in here. If you don't have that set right, it can really mess up your, you know, your cable and stuff, and where it's supposed to be set and the slack and et cetera, et cetera. So we're gonna have to tinker with that a little bit, but either than that, maybe in a couple more days, this thing should be out on the road. So pretty excited for that.